Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome to Week 15, Episode 17 of Dolphins Franchise. As always, I am your host, Supertainment, and today I am going to be playing the Buffalo Bills, led by who I can only assume is Ryan Fitzpatrick. So let's take a look at their season stats real quick and find out what's going on with that. So the Buffalo Bills, generally a pretty easy matchup, but who knows, because they're very threatening when you underestimate them. And Tyler Thigpen getting a little bit of playing time, but mostly Mr. Fitzpatrick, over 2,000 yards, close to the 2,500 yard mark. Pretty good season, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Rushing, let's take a look at Fred Jackson. 251 carries, over 1,000 yards, 4.3 per carry, 7 touchdowns. That is not bad. So, the old man still got it in him. And by old, I of course mean not so old. Then we can go ahead and move to the receiving, which Steve Johnson, on fire. With his 58 receptions and 709 yards, he has 5 touchdowns and is currently on a very hot streak. So we should look out for him. That means Lee Bodden needs to get his act in gear. And then our second best is the tight end. So we have to watch out for him. Make sure Carlos Dansby's on him nice and tight. And then let's look at the sacks. And we have 2 people with sacks. Sean Merriman, lights out. And Spencer Johnson. So, that's, lots of quiet time. So those are the 2 big guys there we have to watch out for. And then we've got, that's about it, really. Yeah, that's about it. So we are going to go ahead and get into the game here. And I'm just going to go ahead and go with whatever uniforms automatically pop out to me. But, yeah, that's the awesome stuff. Sorry for sounding so boring, but I'm not excited until I get the game going. So I will see you guys on the other side. And welcome back to the other side, guys. Here in beautiful, it's not so beautiful, Buffalo. We are playing the Bills and their leader, Mr. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the bearded man, up against our newly selected, hopefully willing to turn out QB, J.P. Losman, and we are in the old school throwback uniforms. And look at this, J.P. Losman getting himself some rushing yards, but just not enough for the first down. So I take a chance, I take a chance. I go out there with D-Carp, and Magikarp can't get it, man. If I gotten 100%, who knows, but it is what it is. It's their ball now. Mr. Fitzpatrick, Mr. Beard Man, he makes the pass to Brad Smith, the former Jet quarterback / wide receiver. And now on 2nd and goal, Freddie Jackson just takes it on himself off of a nice spin. Touchdown, 7-0 Bills. And look at Losman. He's feeling like a running quarterback today. I gotta admit, I have no idea why I use Losman running as much as I do. But I do. And on a perfect pass to Brandon Marshall, it is now a first down. But look who messes up and fumbles the ball. Ben Tate. You're going to have to redeem yourself, son. Because Terrence McGee just walked in for the touchdown. It's now it's 14-0. This game is looking really bad. Losman's looking deep, and he finds Anthony Fasano. This is looking like a flashback to the past 2 games where the Dolphins just could not connect offensively. And what is this, Ben Tate? You stepping up big for me? You're stepping up big for me, Mr. Tate. So that is another good play on the Dolphins. And Mr. Fasano, I like to address everyone as Mr., gets his touchdown. And look at this on 3rd and 2. Marvin Mitchell comes into the backfield and helps take down the player early. And now our ball again. Ben Tate gets it on the screen pass, and he goes big time, getting 22 yards on the play. On a very nice construction of a play. And then I cannot explain how J.P. Losman got this in to Reggie Bush's hands on 3rd and 17. Absolutely fantastic pass, and another good pass here to Anthony Fasano, going down the sidelines and getting out of bounds. But on 3rd and 13, J.P. Losman is not able to connect with that halftime heroicness, so we must call Mr. Carpenter. Yes, he is a real carpenter because his father was Jesus. I may be saying some blasphemy here, but that is what we call halftime heroics right there. And, just to end it here at halftime, Dwight Lowry comes up with a pick. I thought that was a little, it was an upside. So, because we haven't had one in a while. But he goes ahead and gets it right before halftime, and that means nothing but good things, right? Charles Clay makes the beautiful catch on the very deep play. I don't know how many yards that was, but it was very nice. Very nice. And on 2nd and 5, hands it off to Ben Tate, and he says, I want a touchdown. And you, sir, can have a touchdown. 3rd and 10, Ryan Fitzpatrick is looking over the middle, and he finds David Nelson in 3-man coverage, still able to come up with a 16-yard catch. And look at this, Mr. Fitzpatrick puts on his PF Flyers and takes it for 9.5 yards. And on 2nd and inches, he finds, why so serious? Steve Johnson for the beautiful first down. And Freddie Jackson just shaking and baking. My entire defense has a pretty solid day, except for right here when number 32, Mr. Lee Bodden, comes up with the one-man tackle in the backfield to hold it to a field goal, and almost a block. So now it is all tied up, 17-17, and it is time to play the game. Right here, J.P. Losman throws it to our fullback, originally halfback, Daniel Thomas, Mr. Fat Man. And on 1st and 10, he finds Ben Tate over the middle. Very nice catch, very nice catch. And what's this? He hands it off to Ben Tate, and he takes it himself for about 15 yards. This is looking like a very good, very serious drive. We find Anthony Fasano running the very scary, very, very amazing route. And on 2nd and 14, it is intercepted by Kirk Morrison. He just destroyed our beautiful drive. So now it is Ryan Fitzpatrick's turn to get sacked. We haven't had one of those in a while. And JT, he deserves his own. Mr. Old Man getting his sack on 3rd and 11, though he makes the pass, and thank God for that one extra yard of sackage. Here, I decide, you know what, it's time to call the Wildcat. Haven't done that play in a while, and look who gets hurt, Mr. Steve Slayton. A little update on that one next week. But on 1st and 10, a pass to Reggie Bush. You know what, I feel like he's got the sync going, and I don't think there's going to be an interception this time, because after a nice pass there, he hands it to Ben Tate, and Ben Tate says, what are you ladies doing? This is my 2nd touchdown. Nobody even touches him. And now it is the Dolphins, 24-17. Ryan Fitzpatrick is desperate. He throws it to David Nelson, and he cannot come up with the catch. And I guess they decided to punt it. I don't know why. But on the one play that mattered, 3rd and 5, the pass is made to Reggie Bush. And that is it, guys. The game is over. I decided to go ahead and, kick the field goal for Carp. Magic Carp, 27-17, and I left a little too much time on the clock, so they had a little something to work with. Vontae Davis out of position for that pick. I was hoping to get the pick just to pad the stats. And the last play of the game, Marvin Mitchell comes with the interception. A player that I really want to succeed on this team. And I gotta admit, guys, this was a very good game statistically and just in general. I had a lot of fun playing it. And you know what? In the comments below, I want you guys to do the secret phrase, okay? You ready for this one? Why so serious? Because the Buffalo Bills sure as hell ain't happy right now after what looked like it was going to be a blowout. And Fat Man Swag returns to the field. It's so beautiful after a 2-game losing streak. Fat Man Swag has returned. 27-17 is the final score. Why so serious, Buffalo? And here are some of the stats. J.P. Losman, over 100 QB rating. I consider that a very good day, even with the interception. And Fitzpatrick, not so good. Ben Tate, 21 carries, 111 yards, 5 5.2 per carry and 2 touchdowns. That's a very solid day for a running back. And as I mentioned before, Steve Slayton's a little bit injured. Anthony Fasano, very good day. 5 receptions, 89 yards, a touchdown. That's pretty damn good. Charles Clare, backup tight end, is even getting in the mix here. B. Marshall, I got to get him a little more into that. Defensively, though, a couple of sacks for each team. Jason Taylor with one. Danny Batten, never heard of him in real life, but he sure as hell broke through my defense for a sack. And you know, no surprise here. Carlos Dansby with the most tackles on the day. Cameron Wake following behind. He's getting really good right now because I don't know why Cameron's getting really good, but he is. Hopefully he can come up big next game because we are playing the New England Patriots. And they're heroic. I can't even describe it. Tom Brady. We have to go up against Tom Brady next week. And this, if I'm not mistaken, is for the division because we are one game after this. And I think this is all the marbles, really. But this is it, guys. I will see you next week for week 18 of Dolphins Franchise. Peace out.